And when they were come to the place which is called Calvary, there they crucified him and the malefactors, one on the right hand and the other on the left. Then said Jesus, Father, forgive them, for they know not what they do.
Wednesday, May 13, 1981, John Paul II comes to St. Peter's Square in the Pope Mobile. Among the thousands, one hand holds a 9-caliber handgun. 3 shots are fired. After a moment of confusion, John Paul II collapses. His white cassock is stained with blood, and a bullet hit him directly in the abdomen. The security system is activated. His doctor orders him to be taken to the hospital immediately. During a 5-hour emergency operation, the bullet was extracted. The Pope's first words came 5 days later on the Angelus radio broadcast. He said he forgave the man who tried to kill him. It took him many years to speak publicly about what happened. In his book, Memory and Identity, which was published 2 months before his death, he said the attacker, Ali Aka, aimed correctly but chose the wrong day. May 13th is the feast day of Our Lady of Fatima. He also said the attack was not Aka's initiative, but someone else's. In 1982, John Paul II placed a bullet that hit him in the crown of the Virgin of Fatima. In the year 2000, he revealed that the third secret of Fatima makes reference to his attack. He recalled how 3 shepherd children had seen a bishop dressed in white walking tiredly toward the cross when he falls dead to the ground. At Christmas 1983, John Paul II visited Ali Aka in prison and forgave him directly. Although according to Joaquin Navarro Valls, spokesman for the Vatican under John Paul II, the Turkish attacker never asked for forgiveness.
In his book, the Pope writes about that meeting with Ali Aka. It had been several years after the attack. He hoped for some sign of repentance on his part, a sorry. But the only thing that Ali Aka was interested in knowing was why he wasn't able to kill the Pope. He also wanted to know about the secret of Fatima. Ali Aka was only concerned about the technicalities of the incident, and not the morality of it all. He kept on questioning how he, an expert shooter, could have missed. He also sent me several letters from prison. He would ask me, tell me something about this mystery of Fatima, because if I understand it correctly, I can find out why I wasn't able to kill the Pope.
May 13, 2001 marks the 30th anniversary of the assassination attempt. John Paul II is now a blessed. Ali Aka was released from prison in January of 2010 after serving a 29-year sentence. But the question remains, why did he try to kill Pope John Paul II? And who ordered it?
Square on the 13th of May, 1981. Pope John Paul II is shot twice by this man, Mehmet Ali Agca, leaving him seriously injured, 1 bullet in his abdomen and another narrowly missing his heart. But the reason behind the assassination attempt is still a mystery. 2 years after the attempt on his life, the pontiff visited Agca in prison and forgave him. Now, more than 30 years later, that act of forgiveness brought him back to the Vatican to pay his respects at the Pope Saint's tomb.
Today I've come here because December the 27th is the anniversary of my meeting with the Pope in 1983. I'm happy to be here in St. Peter's Square, the place where the miracle took place and the home of Christianity. Long live Jesus Christ, the only Redeemer in the world.
Once a member of a Turkish ultra-nationalist group known as the Grey Wolves, Agca served 19 years in an Italian jail for the shooting. He was released in 2000 and then served another 10 years in Turkey for the murder of a newspaper editor. An Italian parliamentary commission in 2006 said it was beyond reasonable doubt that the shooting was masterminded by leaders of the former Soviet Union. At the time, Agca first said he was acting alone, then under orders of the Bulgarian Secret Service. Authorities were baffled by his multiple conflicting accounts, including one where he claimed to be a new messiah.
I have returned to the place where the miracle happened, where the third secret
それは父の涙十字架から溢れ流れる泉それはイエスの愛父が静かに見つめていたのは愛する一人子の傷ついた姿人の罪をその身に背負い父よ彼らを許してほしいと十字架から溢れ流れる泉それは父の涙十字架から溢れ流れる泉それはイエスの愛十字架